I used to believe my life was simple. I'm doing fine, I told myself every morning. Emily would smile and say, "You always worry too much." I laughed and replied, "Someone has to plan our future." I had a stable job, a rented apartment close to the office, and a woman I planned to marry. 6 months left, I said one night. Emily looked at me. 6 months for what? Our wedding, I said. I'm counting every day. She hugged me and whispered, "You're perfect." Those words felt like a reward. I never questioned Emily's past. "Everyone has history," I once said. She nodded quickly. "And mine is behind me." I believed her because I wanted to. Love made things easy. Too easy. Ryan, my childhood friend, teased me during lunch. "You finally grew up," he said. I smiled. I had no choice. "Marriage will do that," he laughed. I replied, "I'm ready." I really thought I was. That night, Emily asked me to sit down. "Can we talk?" she said. Her voice was shaking. I said, "You're scaring me." She took a deep breath. "I'm pregnant." The room went silent. I stared at her. "What?" She repeated, "I'm pregnant." My heart started racing. I asked slowly, "Is it mine?" She didn't answer right away. "I need you to listen," she said. I swallowed. "Just say it." She looked at the floor. "The baby isn't yours." My chest felt tight. I stood up. "You're joking." She shook her head. "I wish I was." I asked, "Then why are you telling me now?" She whispered, "Because I need you." I laughed in disbelief. "Need me for what?" She looked at me with wet eyes. "To raise the child with me." I stepped back. "You want me to pretend?" "No," she said. "I want you to be the father." My mind was screaming. I said, "Emily, this isn't fair." She grabbed my hand. "I know, but you love me." I pulled away. "Love doesn't erase truth." She cried. "The real father is gone." I asked, "Gone where?" She said, "Out of my life." I sat down slowly. "Why didn't you tell me before?" I asked. She replied, "I was scared you'd leave." I looked at her. "You still might lose me." She said, "Please don't." Sarah came over later that evening. Emily told her everything. Sarah looked at me and said, "You're a good man." I replied, "Good men don't feel this confused." She said softly, "Good men get hurt." My father called me the next day. "What's wrong with your voice?" Mr. Collins asked. I said, "Life happened." He paused. "Tell me." I told him the truth. He stayed silent, then said, "You don't owe anyone your life." I replied, "What if I love her?" He said, "Love should not trap you." Ryan came over that night. "Say it straight," he said. I told him everything. He punched the wall. "She used you." I shouted, "Don't say that." He replied, "I'm saying what you're afraid to admit." Emily waited in the bedroom. "Are you leaving?" she asked. I looked at her. My heart hurt. "I don't know," I said. She cried harder. "I can't do this alone." I thought about the future I planned. I thought about walking away. I thought about staying. I said, "I need time." She shook her head. "I need an answer." The room felt heavy. I whispered, "I never wanted this." She replied, "Neither did I." I looked at her stomach. My voice broke. "What kind of man leaves?" She said, "A selfish one." That word hit me. Selfish. I hated it. I took a deep breath. "I'll stay," I said quietly. Her eyes widened. "You will." I nodded. "I won't abandon you." She hugged me tightly. "Thank you," she cried. As she held me, a voice inside whispered, "This will destroy you." I ignored it. My life stopped being mine the moment people started congratulating me. "Dad, life suits you," a coworker said. I forced a smile. "Thanks." Emily squeezed my hand at the clinic. "You're quiet," she said. "I'm just tired," I replied. The nurse called us in. "Father can come too," she said. I flinched at the word, but followed anyway. Inside, Emily talked. I listened. "How are you feeling?" the nurse asked her. "Nauseous," Emily said. "She worries too much," I added. Emily looked at me. "You don't mind coming, right?" "No," I said quickly. "I want to be here." That became my role. Being there, sitting, paying, smiling. At work, whispers followed me. "That's not his kid," someone muttered once. I told Ryan later. "People talk," I said. "Let them," he replied. "But are you okay?" "I'm fine." He studied me. "You don't sound fine." "I chose this," I said. "Choosing doesn't mean suffering," he said. I ignored that. At home, Emily changed. Did you think about names? I asked one night. We'll see, she said. What about the father? I asked carefully. Her eyes hardened. Why do you keep asking? I just want to understand. It doesn't matter, she snapped. Silence filled the room. I'm trying, I said. So am I, she replied. But she wasn't talking anymore. She was closing doors. At the next appointment, a man with kind eyes greeted us. I'm Dr. Patel, he said. Nice to meet you, I replied. He checked reports. Support is important, he said calmly. I'm here, I said. He looked at me for a second longer. Fatherhood comes in many forms, he said. Emily shifted in her seat. On the drive back, I asked, what did he mean? Nothing, Emily said. That word followed me. Nothing. Ryan called again. You're losing weight, he said. I'm busy, I replied. With what? Life. He sighed. Listen, if this hurts. I can handle it, I cut in. I kept saying that. Like a spell. One evening, my father visited. You look tired, he said. I'm managing, I replied. Are you happy? He asked. I didn't answer fast enough. Happiness shouldn't feel like a burden, he added. Emily heard that. He's fine, she said sharply. Later, she whispered, don't let him poison you. I'm not poisoned, I said. But doubt tasted bitter. Months passed. Bills piled up. I sold my motorcycle. You didn't have to, Emily said. It's okay, I replied. She touched her stomach. He'll appreciate you one day. I nodded, unsure who she meant. The night labor started. She grabbed my arm. I'm scared, she said. So am I replied. At the hospital, voices rushed around us. Stay with me, she said. I'm here, I repeated. Hours later, a cry cut through the room. It's a boy, someone said. Emily looked at me. Come closer, she whispered. I held the baby. He was warm, real. He's beautiful, Emily said. I felt something rise in me. Love, fear, loss. He needs you, she added. I nodded, holding him carefully. Inside, I wondered if love was supposed to feel this heavy. I tried to learn the rhythm of being a father. He likes being held like that, Emily said. I'm learning, I replied. But learning didn't quiet the thoughts. Doesn't he look like you? A nurse asked once. Emily laughed. Babies change. I smiled, but my stomach tightened. At home, I studied his face. He has your eyes, Emily said quickly. Are you sure? I asked. She frowned. Why are you like this? I'm just talking, I said. You're overthinking, she snapped. Paperwork arrived a week later. We need to fill this out, I said. Later, Emily replied. It's important. Why are you rushing? I looked at the form. My name goes here, I said. She took it from me. I'll handle it. That night, I couldn't sleep. Are you awake? Emily asked. Yes, I lied. My father visited the next day. He doesn't look like you, he said plainly. Dad, I warned. I'm not accusing, he replied. I'm asking. Emily crossed her arms. This conversation is done, she said. My father sighed. Questions don't disappear. After he left, she turned on me. Why do you let him doubt us? He's just concerned, I said. Am I not enough? She asked. I didn't answer. Sarah came over later. You're doing great, she told me. Am I? I asked. She hesitated. What? I pressed. Emily's past was complicated, she said. She told me. I replied. Sarah bit her lip. Not everything, she whispered. What do you mean? Emily entered the room. What are you talking about? She asked sharply. Nothing, Sarah said too fast. After Sarah left, Emily exploded. Why do you dig? She shouted. I'm not digging, I said. I'm drowning. She stared at me. Do you regret staying? She asked. No, I said, unsure. The baby cried. I picked him up. He doesn't calm down for you, Emily said. He's just hungry, I replied. Another sleepless night followed. I stared at the ceiling. What if he's right? I thought. At work, Ryan noticed. You look wrecked, he said. I'm fine. You're lying. I sighed. He doesn't look like me, I said quietly. So? Ryan replied. So nothing, I said. He leaned closer. Are you sure? He asked. I snapped. Drop it. At dinner, Emily avoided me. Did you talk to Sarah? I asked. No. She seemed upset. She should mind her business. I felt something break. Why won't you talk to me? I asked. Because you don't trust me, she said. I trusted you with my life, I replied. And now I feel shut out. Her eyes burned. You think I trapped you, she said. I never said that. But you think it. The room went silent. Is there something you're hiding? I asked. She laughed bitterly. You're unbelievable, she said. Answer me, I insisted. She pointed at the door. If you don't trust me, leave. I stepped back. I'm trying to understand, I said. You're trying to accuse, she replied. I slept on the couch. The baby cried in the other room. The next morning, I watched Emily sign papers. Can I see that? I asked. No, she said. That was the moment. Not anger. Not betrayal. Fear. I stood alone in the kitchen. I need answers, I whispered. I opened my phone and searched quietly. DNA testing. I didn't feel hatred. I felt desperation. The envelope sat on the kitchen table like a landmine. I stared at it for minutes, my hands trembling. I can't do this, I whispered. Emily peeked in. What's wrong? Nothing, I said, trying to steady myself. I picked it up. The paper was thicker than I expected, official looking. My mind raced. Maybe it's a mistake. Maybe it's wrong. I tore it open, careful not to crumple the pages. My heart pounded. Emily hovered. Is it? I'll read it, I said, voice shaking. The words blurred. My eyes skipped lines. I blinked hard. No, I murmured. What? She asked, stepping closer. I held the paper like it might bite me. It says it's not mine. Her face went pale. I can explain. I laughed bitterly. Explain? Explain that I've been lying to myself for months. She stepped back. I never wanted to hurt you. Never wanted to hurt me. I repeated, my voice cracking. You asked me to love a child that wasn't mine. You lied every day. Emily's lips trembled. I was scared. Scared? Scared is letting me know the truth. Scared is not turning me into this, I swallowed hard. This fool. She bit her lip. I chose you because you were safe. Safe. That word hit me harder than any punch could. Safe. I wanted to throw the paper. I wanted to scream. Instead, I sank into the chair. Flashbacks attacked me. Her smile when she told me she was pregnant. I want you to be the father. Her tears when I agreed. Thank you for staying. Every kiss, every I love you, every whispered promise. It was all a trap. I stood abruptly. Who is he? I demanded, voice low but furious. Emily swallowed. Daniel. It's Daniel. I froze. That name. Daniel. Her past lover. The one she said she'd cut ties with. The one she claimed abandoned her. You lied about him? I asked. I never told you because I thought you'd leave me, she said, voice shaking. Leave you? I shouted. Emily, I stayed. I chose you. I chose this life you tricked me into. I know, she cried. I'm sorry. I thought I was protecting you. I thought. Protecting me? I laughed hollowly. You call this protection? Destroying me? Destroying everything I believed in. Her eyes filled with tears. I never imagined you'd feel this hurt. I never meant. You never meant. I repeated, my hands clutching my head. Every night, I stayed awake worrying if the baby would be okay. Every decision I made for him, all lies. Lies I believed were truth. Lies I lived. Emily reached out. Please don't leave. I stepped back. Leave? No, I am leaving. Because I need to breathe, Emily. I need to remember who I am. And right now, I don't even recognize myself in this house. Her sobs filled the room. I didn't know. I turned away. Every step felt heavier than the last. I passed the nursery, glancing at the crib where I had once promised to love a child as my own. My chest ached. The room seemed smaller, suffocating. Wait, she called, voice cracking. I didn't look back. Please. The words hung in the air, unanswered. I walked to the door, my hand on the knob. My heart felt hollow. Every memory of love, trust, and hope weighed me down, dragging me into a pit I couldn't climb out of. I opened the door and stepped outside. The cold air hit me like a slap. I shivered, not from the chill, but from the realization that nothing was as I thought. Emily's cries followed me to the driveway, but I couldn't return. Not yet. Not ever, maybe. I sank into my car's seat, gripping the wheel. My mind replayed the lies, her smile, our conversations. I believed her. I loved her. I stayed. The envelope still sat on the counter, a silent witness to the destruction she caused. I glanced at it one last time. I trusted you, I whispered to myself. The engine started, the tires rolled, and I drove away. Not angry anymore, not seeking revenge, just hollow, broken, and utterly, completely alone. I couldn't sleep. Not after the DNA results. Not after Emily's confession. Not after everything I thought I knew collapsed. Ryan called late. You okay? I don't know, I said. You sound wrecked. I am wrecked. Talk to me, he said. I let out a shaky laugh. Talk? About what? Betrayal. Lies a child I thought was mine? You can't carry this alone, he said. I have to, I muttered. Maybe you don't. I swallowed hard. I chose to stay. I can't undo that. You can choose now, he said. Choose how to live after it. I paced. Emily. She lied to me every day. Smiles, promises, everything. I could ruin her. Everyone would know. I could expose her. Make her feel what I feel. Ryan's voice was calm. And then what? You'll feel better. Better? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe isn't enough, he said. Revenge won't heal you. It'll chain you to the past. I stopped. He was right. I clenched my fists. But the anger, I can't just ignore it. Anger fades, he said. What lasts is what you build for yourself. I leaned against the wall. I feel humiliated, Ryan, and ashamed. I trusted her. I gave everything. Ryan was silent for a moment. Then don't give any more to her. Give to yourself. The next morning, Daniel showed up. I hadn't expected to see him. Hey, he said casually. Why are you here? I asked. Just checking in, he said. I heard Emily called you. Don't pretend like you care, I snapped. He shrugged. I do what I want. That's always been the rule with her. You'll see she's consistent. Consistent? She lied. She's not the first, won't be the last, Daniel said with a smirk. I felt my stomach twist. So you left her when you should have taken responsibility. Yeah, I did, he said, and I don't regret it. I stared at him. Every word confirmed what I suspected. Emily had manipulated everyone around her. Daniel's selfishness made it worse. Ryan's voice echoed in my head. Revenge won't heal you. I turned away from Daniel. I'm done with both of you, I said. Emily appeared at the door. What's wrong? Nothing's wrong, I said. You sound cold, she said. I'm done being part of your lies, I replied. Her eyes widened. Are you serious? Yes. She tried to approach me. Please, Stop, I said. Don't touch me. I walked to my desk and pulled out the legal papers. Filing for separation wasn't something I wanted to enjoy, but I needed to reclaim control. I signed the documents carefully, deliberately. Emily's voice trembled. You can't do this. I can, I said. Ryan called later. Did you do it? Yes, I said. I filed. You okay? I will be, I said, unsure if I believed it yet. I sat in silence, thinking about every choice I had. Walking away felt like failure at first. But as I stared at the papers, I realized it wasn't. It was survival. Choosing myself over chaos. Choosing dignity over anger. Emily appeared in the doorway again. Why aren't you yelling? Because it won't help, I said. I don't need to destroy you to save myself. Her lips trembled. I didn't know. Save your words, I said. The baby cried in the next room. I didn't flinch. I wouldn't let anything make me lose control again. Ryan's words replayed. Give to yourself. I put the papers in an envelope. I didn't look back at Emily. I didn't argue. I didn't beg. I walked out quietly, my heart heavy but determined. Every step away from that house felt like reclaiming a piece of me I thought I lost. Every breath I took outside felt like air I hadn't earned in months. I realized revenge would have chained me to pain. Survival meant silence. Survival meant focus. Survival meant freedom. I called Ryan. I think I'm ready to start over. Good, he said. You earned that. I hung up and let the cold wind hit my face. It stung, but it was real. It was mine. No yelling, no destruction, just walking away. Quiet, strong, free. I didn't look back. I never would. Months passed. Life felt strange without Emily's presence, without the constant tension, without the lies. I called Ryan one evening. Still surviving? He asked. I'm trying, I said. Trying? Yeah, I admitted. New routines, therapy sessions, jogging in the mornings. I'm trying to find myself again. That's good, he said. You needed this. I did, I agreed. I watched from a distance as Emily's life started to crumble. Her apartment went into foreclosure. Bills piled up. Neighbors whispered. I heard from someone that Daniel didn't help, hadn't paid child support, hadn't shown up. You see it? Ryan asked during one call. Yeah, I said quietly. Doesn't it feel good? No, I said. Not good. Just correct. Emily called Sarah one day in tears. Sarah finally admitted she had known more than she told me. She's apologizing for not warning you, Ryan said. I don't need apologies, I said. I needed honesty. I remembered Sarah's words now. I was wrong to stay silent, she had said. I called her later. I forgive you, I said. You really do? She asked, surprised. Yes, I replied. For my own peace, not hers. Therapy helped me untangle anger from grief. I realized I couldn't change the past, only control how I responded. I started waking up early, making breakfast, journaling. Simple things, but they made me feel human again. Your life's quieter, Ryan said. It's peaceful, I said. Quiet is louder than revenge. At least now I hear myself again. Daniel finally appeared at a friend's gathering. I didn't go. I didn't need to. I heard he argued with Emily publicly, claiming he had no obligations. Financial stress crushed her further. The whispers of neighbors and social judgment isolated her. I didn't intervene. I simply watched. Emily tried to reach out to me once. She left a message, trembling voice. Please, I need your help, she said. I replayed it, but I didn't call back. I sat in silence instead. For the first time, I felt power. Not over her, not over Daniel, but over myself. I could choose peace instead of chaos. I met Ryan for coffee. You're calmer, he said. I am, I replied. I can watch her fall and not feel hate. That's progress. Sounds like karma did its work, he said. Not karma. I corrected. Life did. People's choices catch up with them eventually. I just stayed out of it. He smiled. Respect. I began investing time in myself. I enrolled in a night course, started volunteering, and met new people. Conversations didn't feel heavy. Laughter returned, light, unburdened. I realized survival didn't mean revenge. It meant living fully, honestly. The baby's birthdays came and went. I never reached out. Emily saw him sometimes, and Daniel occasionally tried, but he remained absent emotionally. Financial struggles worsened. I kept distance, silently observing the consequences of past choices. One evening, my phone rang. Unknown number. Hello, I said cautiously. It's Emily, she whispered. My stomach tightened. Why now? I asked. I need help, she admitted. I made mistakes. Everything's falling apart. I didn't respond immediately. I let her words sink in. She was desperate, and yet, for the first time, it didn't control me. I wasn't lured into anger or pity. I can't help you, I said finally. Please, she begged. No, I replied. I hung up and stared out the window. The cold night wind hit my face. I felt alive, not victorious over anyone else, but victorious over my own impulses. I am enough, I whispered to myself. Ryan called later. You did the right thing. I know, I said. It's quiet, but it's enough. I finally feel in control. The city lights reflected on the pavement. I took a deep breath. No hate, no revenge, just life, just me. Emily's desperation wouldn't touch me anymore. I had learned the hardest lesson. Survival and peace were louder than revenge ever could be. And for the first time in months, I smiled freely. The knock at my door startled me. I wasn't expecting anyone. Emily, I asked cautiously. She stepped inside, eyes red, lips trembling. I need to talk, she whispered. Talk, I said, keeping my voice steady. She sank onto the couch. I know I have no right, but I'm sorry. I regret everything. I didn't move. I didn't speak. I just listened. I should have told you the truth from the beginning, she said, voice breaking. I should have been honest. I should have trusted you to handle it. I chose fear instead. And I hurt you. I hurt you more than I can ever explain. I stayed quiet, feeling a strange calm. I thought I was protecting myself, protecting you, she continued. But I see now I just destroyed everything we had. You deserved honesty. I failed you. Her hands trembled. She buried her face in them. I'm so sorry. I didn't think about the consequences. I didn't think about you. I was selfish, and I ruined us. I leaned back in my chair, taking a deep breath. Her words didn't sting like they once would have. I realized I no longer loved her, not in the way I used to. Not because I hated her, but because I had healed. I hear you, I said softly. And I forgive you. Her head shot up. You forgive me? Yes, I said. Not for you. Not because I want to rebuild what was lost. I forgive you for me. To let go. Tears rolled down her cheeks. I don't deserve that. I don't deserve anything from you. I shook my head. No, you don't. And that's the point. I'm not here to give you anything. I've already walked away once, and I'll do it again. I won't go back. I won't help raise the child. I won't be part of your life. Her lips quivered. I thought you'd come back. I thought too, I said quietly. But I also realized something. I can't rebuild with someone who built everything on lies. I've reclaimed myself, Emily. I'm not yours to take or to hurt anymore. She sobbed openly now. I lost you. I lost the best thing I ever had. I didn't respond. I didn't need to. The truth had shifted the power entirely. She realized it. I had already decided. I was free. I wish I had been braver. I wish I had told you from the start, she said, voice breaking. I made a mess. And I'm sorry. I nodded once, slowly. I know. And I accept that. I've accepted the past, Emily. But I won't let it control me anymore. Her eyes searched mine. Please, just tell me you'll remember me kindly. Even a little. I smiled faintly. I'll remember that I loved once and that I survived. That's enough for me. Her shoulders slumped. She understood. She stood up. I don't know what else to say, she whispered. Then don't say anything, I replied. She hesitated at the door. Goodbye, she said softly. I watched her leave, listening to the click of the door behind her. The house felt empty, but in a way that wasn't painful. It was liberating. I walked to the window and looked out at the city lights. Calm filled me. For the first time in months, there was no anger, no hurt, no longing. Just peace. I thought about the child, about the life I had almost trapped myself in. I felt a pang, but it wasn't guilt. It was clarity. I had made the right choice. Ryan had told me once, peace is louder than revenge. I felt that truth now deep in my chest. No one could take it from me. The sun was setting, casting gold across the skyline. I took a deep breath. My past was behind me. The lies, the heartbreak, the betrayal, they no longer defined me. I turned from the window and walked out the front door. No hesitation. No looking back. I didn't need closure. I didn't need Emily's redemption. I had myself, and that was enough. The streets were quiet as I walked away. Every step felt lighter than the last. I was moving forward. Free, whole, and finally, entirely my own. The morning air was crisp when I stepped outside. I hadn't felt this clarity in months. Ready for coffee? Ryan's voice called from across the street. I am, I said, walking toward him. We sat at our usual cafe. You look different, he said. Better, I asked. Stronger, he replied. I smiled faintly. I realized something. Betrayal doesn't have to destroy you. It can shape you, teach you who you are. Ryan nodded. And you're ready to move on. I am, I said. No anger, no revenge. Just life. Later, I met my father. We sat on the porch. Silence filled the space at first. You seem lighter, he said finally. I am, I replied. I needed distance. Time to process, to forgive, and to reclaim myself. He studied me. I'm proud of you. Not for what you endured, but for how you handled it. I've learned that peace is earned, not given, I said. And silence can be louder than chaos. We talked longer than I expected about work, family, and even my failed engagement. He didn't judge. He listened. That alone felt like healing. I thought about Emily, about her lies, about Daniel, about the child. I accepted the truth. I acknowledged the baby as innocent, but I also accepted that it was never my responsibility. I had given enough already emotionally, mentally. It was time to focus on myself. Are you okay thinking about him? Ryan asked later as we walked in the park. Yes, I said. He's just a child, unaware of the chaos that created him. I don't resent him. I only let go. Ryan smiled. Sounds like you're finally free. I am, I repeated. In the evenings, I picked up my guitar again. Music became therapy. Fingers strummed melodies that words couldn't reach. I found solace in sound, in creating, in being fully present. I joined a course at night, learning things I'd postponed for years. I met new people. Conversations were easy. Laughter returned naturally, without bitterness or caution. I realized my life was no longer dictated by someone else's choices. One afternoon, I passed the old neighborhood where Emily had lived. I paused. Memories flashed. Smiles, arguments, broken promises. I felt a pang, but it was soft, like a faint echo. I whispered to myself, it's over. I am alive, and I am enough. I returned home and found a letter slipped under my door. Familiar handwriting, though faded by time. I didn't read it immediately. Instead, I placed it on my desk and continued my evening. Later, curiosity nudged me. I picked up the envelope and glanced at the words. Emily apologized again, words she never would have spoken earlier. She asked for understanding, for forgiveness. I smiled faintly. I didn't need it. I had already forgiven internally. I didn't need her validation. I had already reclaimed my power. At night, I walked to the edge of the pier near my apartment. The water shimmered under the city lights. I looked out at the reflection and felt an unusual peace. All this pain, I whispered. It led me here, stronger, wiser, free. I thought of every choice, every betrayal, every moment of despair. And I realized something profound. I survived, and surviving wasn't enough. It taught me who I could be. I drew a deep breath, letting the salty air fill my lungs. I felt every tension leave my body. I wasn't naive anymore, but I wasn't bitter either. I was awake, aware, and wholly myself. The city hummed around me. Cars, lights, voices, but none of it touched my core. I had built walls, yes, but also wings. I turned and started walking. Each step was deliberate, free from the past chains. I had no one beside me, no promises, no obligations, but it didn't matter. I was whole. Ryan's words echoed. Peace is louder than revenge. And I believed it. Fully. I stopped at a street corner, looking down a new path. The horizon stretched endlessly. For the first time in years, I didn't hesitate. I didn't second guess. I walked forward alone, but free. And that, I realized, was victory enough.